Having a binge eating disorder or any eating disorder in general is super complex, and it can affect your mental and physical and emotional health, honestly. I'm going to be talking about binge eating disorder because that's what I'm currently trying to overcome, and every day is a mindful step to try to overcome it so you don't slip back into those bad habits, unfortunately. But you can recover, and you do recover. Let's talk about all the ways that I've learned to stop binge eating. So let's get into it. The first step towards healing is understanding the nature of binge eating disorders. It's crucial to recognize that no matter the willpower or the self-control, binge eating disorder is a medical condition characterized by recurring episodes of consuming large amounts of food within a short period of time, accompanied by feelings of loss of control and guilt. One of the ways to help your binge eating disorder is to eat breakfast. Make yourself breakfast, cook breakfast, eat some type of breakfast. Make it protein. It doesn't have to be a breakfast type of food, but eat something. It could literally be spaghetti from the night before. It could be eggs. It could be anything. I literally have been hyper focusing on eggs, like egg tortilla wraps for breakfast, or even this egg scramble. Like whatever you have, if it's more than a coffee, please don't drink coffee just for breakfast. Have your coffee, but don't make it the only thing you're having. Hi. First, coffee, then conquer. Let's talk about mindful eating because we are in the kitchen. The kitchen is a kind of dangerous place for people who, binge eat. Mindful eating is a powerful tool in your recovery and your journey. I binge eat super late at night, so I won't eat all day, and this is not on purpose. I don't purposely do this. I just lost my hunger cues. I would not eat, and then I'm like, wow, I'm starving, and then I would eat all 3 meals basically in one sitting with junk food, or I would have dinner and then cereal and then a snack, but it would be all in one sitting. It wouldn't be sporadic. So when you're in the kitchen, you have to practice mindful eating. You always have to be aware, but not too aware. Don't restrict yourself from good food. Don't restrict yourself from the foods that you love. Don't restrict yourself from candy. Have them in moderation, and that's a whole nother video on how to intuitively eat. I could do a whole nother video on that because that's how I started healing my body and healing my eating disorder, to the point where I got my hunger cues back and my full cues, which is love for me. When you're, we come in here, we check the fridge often, we check the freezer often, we check the pantries often, we check everything very often because we're probably bored. So we just need to be aware and actually make meals. When I said eat breakfast, I meant it because then you're going to be full and you're going to feel good, but you have to be aware that you need to fuel your body so that way you don't binge later on, and eat more often during the day. Again, that's a whole nother video for intuitive eating. When you mindful eat, you pay attention to the taste, the texture, you pay attention to your food, and so that way it helps you be able to enjoy the food. By mindful eating, you are cultivating a happier, healthier way of eating. It will start to fix your relationship with food and how you eat food and how you make food. Don't cut out your fast food that you like to get once a week. Don't stop eating, your candy bar that you like. Restrictive eating causes for more binge eating, and I have been there. I've done it. I've been on diet since I was freaking 6. I've gone to curves with my mom, my grandma at age 6, 7, 8. I've been on every diet you can imagine as a child, and it only led me to a deeper eating disorder. Let's talk about professional help with dealing with your eating disorder. Once you acknowledge that you have an eating disorder, it'll be easier for you to accept help and want help, because a lot of people don't know they have an eating disorder, or they don't want to accept that the behaviors that they are enduring are a serious health or mental health issue. So as soon as you accept that you need help with your eating disorder, it'll be easier for your journey. Reaching out to a licensed therapist, they can guide and provide you with resources and the right steps and tools and coping mechanisms to help you along your journey. If you go to betterhelp.com, you can find a therapist that specializes in eating disorders. They will be able to help you. If you have insurance, some insurance won't give you counselors or therapists within your insurance plan, and you may have to be out of pocket. So if you do, BetterHelp is a better option. I did find out that it's cheaper. This is not sponsored. I've been wanting to use BetterHelp again because my insurance doesn't offer therapy or anything else like that. Seeing for yourself, you can go and look at them, or you can look up therapists in your area, eating disorder therapists near me on Google, and look up all the different providers, and then those providers can let you know that if they're in network, or you can go onto your insurance, like whatever your insurance is, online and type in therapy and then see who's in network, or if they specialize in eating disorders specifically. Of course, therapy, in my opinion, is always good for everyone, regardless of if you don't think you need it. So the next step is you're going to want to create a support system with your parents, with your best friend, with your boyfriend, with friends, anyone online like that's dealing with the same thing. Talk to your loved ones about your struggle and different ways that they can help support you through your journey. Sharing your experiences with others who understand what you're going through makes a huge difference in your recovery journey. The next step is to celebrate all of your progress and everything that you've made. Also, celebrate your wins, big or small. Every win is a win, regardless of how small you think it is. Celebrate progress and not perfection. You are not perfect. You are human. So anything you ever do in life is never going to be perfect. You're always going to mess up, have slip ups. So stop striving to be perfect, because that puts a lot of pressure back on you, and it's not going to help you anyway. You're just going to get setbacks. Happen. Setbacks are life. Life happens. Things happen. I have setback. I have relapsed before. I don't want to use that word. I have done really good and then not good. You just start over. The next day, you just get back on track. Same with intuitive eating. Mindful eating is the same thing, intuitive eating. So if you end up not eating all day because life happens, I'm a mother of two. I have a 6-week-old. I have an almost 3-year-old. Sometimes I don't eat. Then it's too late when I've already binged eat that night. It's absolutely, I don't realize I binge ate until I've done it. And I used to beat myself up, but we don't do that anymore. We don't feel guilty. We don't beat ourselves up. We just start over. We start over the next day. It's that simple. You need to remember that recovery is a process, a recovering process. It's a healing process. It's not all at once. It's not that next day. It is a process. You have to remember to be kind to yourself in every way. Be kind to yourself through this journey. Give yourself grace. Give yourself love. You need you to feel better. If you're hard on yourself, you're not going to do better. It is a process. So please, be kind to yourself. Love yourself. Give yourself all the good credit of everything you've done. Like I said, healing a binge eating disorder does not mean go on a diet. It does not mean cut out everything. It means you need to mindfully do more self-care acts like therapy, have support system, drink more water. We're not restricting. We are embracing and loving ourselves and putting good things into our bodies because we need it. Step number 7 is develop healthy coping mechanisms, such as going outside, going for a walk, enjoying the scenery around you, taking things slow. Go to a bookstore, get a book, get some journals, get new pens, get a book, enjoy reading again. Go camping, hug a tree, enjoy the time you have with your family, and enjoy the little things. Go bake, keep baking, just move your body and maybe go for a drive. Let's do a little recap. Step number 1, understanding your eating disorder, understanding what binge eating is, getting to know what that means for you. Step number 2 is going to be eat breakfast It doesn't have to be breakfast food, but eat breakfast. Step number 3, mindful eating. Step number 4, seek professional help, therapy. Step number 5 is have a support system in your life or in your circle. Step number 6, celebrate progress, not perfection. Step number 7, develop healthy coping mechanisms. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this was informative and I hope it somewhat helps you. Doing all these things has helped me. All these things have helped me personally. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.